Welcome back, people. I don't even know what to say anymore. If you haven't heard by now, we are going through a pretty awkward time here. Awkward is putting it very lightly. What we are facing is catastrophic destruction of YouTube as we know it. I don't want to sound fear-mongering. I don't want to sound like I'm overreacting, but I want to address this because it is going to possibly highly affect my channel. And not just me. I'm not the only one here. Every Pokemon Go YouTuber. Not just Pokemon Go. Pokemon in general. Cartoons in general. This is a massive thing that is going to be taking effect at the beginning of 2020. What we are going to be seeing here is a complete change of YouTube because of the FTC. They have put in this regulation that came in here and pretty much just put their hammer down. I could go over all of the things that are going on here. Basically, and before we go on, this is not going to be any sort of legal advice. This is my personal take. Just giving you my thoughts here. I'll put links to things that you should be watching and reading regarding this information here. So basically, YouTube was gathering information from children via cookies. So the things that save your web browser history to target specific ads for kids. Now, YouTube in general is supposed to be for 13 and up. It says it right when you enter. But the thing is, anybody can use it and anybody can lie. So they're going to have to just comply. And then basically, we're all facing big trouble. What I'm mostly concerned about here is obviously we get two options, right? We have the option to mark our video as for children and or not for children. This very nerve-wracking for people who make the content that I'm doing. Because let's be realistic, my general audience is between the ages of 25 and 30. And I don't even really have too many people that are watching me that are kids in particular. Maybe back in the older days, but here is another issue. I have over 3,000 videos. Am I supposed to go through and mark all those for kids? And what's the big deal, you say? Maybe you don't know what's exactly going on here. Well, if you do not comply and mark the videos in which should be marked for kids, and say you mark them as for adults, you're like, okay, I'll mark them for adults. I think my videos are for more of a general adult audience. What is going to happen if you do that is you're going to be fined $42,000 per video. This is not a warning at first, like, oh, hey guys, hey you over there who marked your video for adults. Guess what? You can't do that because now we think your video is not exactly for adults. I think your video is for kids. It's got bright colors. Some of the definitions that these people are using are absolutely absurd. For one, they're actually saying bright colors. Words like dude or cool. This is insane, guys. I don't even know what to do. Basically, I think I'm just going to have to mark my channel for kids. And what happens when you do that is basically you're not going to have notifications go out. You're not going to have comments. You're not going to show up in recommended. You're virtually a ghost. That's it. You know, a lot of my viewership comes from recommended, people searching. Those options are gone. Now, if you think to yourself, okay, well, let's take a step back, Poke. What is your content? Let's see. You go over numbers, statistics, how to beat specific things here to these big wigs over there who are making these laws. Could they possibly view this as not necessarily kid content? Because there is a definition in which they specifically say, and this is really weird because YouTube hasn't given us this option to do this, but there's an option in this specific act that they have where you can say this is going to be for kids and this is going to be also for adults. It's between both of them, but there is no option for that. So I'm stuck either picking this is not for kids and getting the fine. With 3,000 videos, I mean, what in the world am I supposed to do? Or am I going to mark my videos for kids, bite the bullet, and basically kill my channel? I don't know what to do. It's really nerve-wracking. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys know this. I'm not really breaking it down exactly how it's going down here. I really am not doing a good job about that, but it's pretty nuts. So essentially, what they want to do here, this is, all right, let me be clear. This is good that they're trying to protect the kids, right? First of all, there's a lot of garbage out there, right? I understand that. I'm not saying we shouldn't protect our kids, right? What's just absolutely nuts, though, is these fines. No warnings, no nothing. They're sending in, how are they going to monitor the hundreds of thousands of hours of video content that is going to be put out there? There's no freaking way that they're going to be able to do this. What, am I supposed to start dropping the F-bomb? Like, I mean, using profanity, you know, making things gory, I don't know, throwing in some blood effects. Is that going to help me? I wouldn't think so. You have bright animated characters, literally one of their underlining definitions as to what is going to be pertaining to children content, all over the channel. But the majority of my watchers are not children. We're in a big predicament here, guys. And there is I don't even, yeah. I don't know. It's nuts. Because unless they change something, there needs to be a gray area. There needs to be an area on which we can select this video is, for the most part, grown people. It looks like it's for kids, but for the most part, adults are watching it. Now, if I go to them like, look at my statistics. It shows that these people from these specific age ranges are watching, so it's not necessarily for kids. They don't care. If it has bright colors, if it has cartoons, if it looks like it's for kids, it is for kids in their minds. These people don't even have cell phones who are making these laws. They're out of touch from reality. So we have all these grown men and women watching nostalgic, the things we grew up with, which are childlike things. Are we man, child, and women, children, whatever you want to say. I mean, I don't care. Maybe at the same time, we're looking at our nostalgic. This is our history. This is what we grew up with. A lot of children are not necessarily even interested in a lot of the stuff that we're looking at, but it looks like it is for kids. Do you see? What do you see when you go into Hot Topic? All this nostalgia stuff. It's not aimed towards the new age kids for the most part. It's aimed towards us, the people who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, who are older now. Anyways, guys, this is absolutely nuts. I was going to do a very clean video and show you the numbers and statistics and every little thing that is going on here, but what's the point at this point? I'm just going to give you my thoughts. You can go around and look for it. It's crazy. So there's still little hope. Petitions are being made. They are listening. They are listening. And if you're wondering what triggered this whole thing, well, like I told you, it was the YouTube collecting cookies. And if we want to point fingers at people, you know, we could do this, those whole Elsagate garbage, you know, the Joker running around with the character from Frozen who is like pregnant and weird sound effects and just all weird, just weird content. They make millions of dollars, right? We could point fingers at YouTube for doing specific things. We could point fingers at other YouTube channels for ruining for all of us, but that's not really what's going on here. This whole Child Protection Act has been here for a while. It's just out of date. It's out of date. It needs to be updated. It's absolutely nuts. What? Are you kidding me? Like, if you have stuffed animals in your background, in your videos, and you are talking like an adult in a college level adult video, but you got kids things in your back, you better put up things that are not for kids. I mean, shoot, even this might be for kids. I don't know, guys. When I was supposed to, like, I don't know. It's absolutely crazy. We're all in the same boat, though. Obviously, not everybody is going to have to worry about this, but at the same time, the information that the FTC is putting out is so vague that it will make anybody nervous. You once had a video with cartoon characters, you better go back and mark that as for kids. Or not for kids. Whatever you got to do. I don't know. It's all nutty. More information's coming out. People are finding loopholes. I wouldn't say loopholes, but information that is being hidden from us. Specifically from YouTube. You can put an option in your videos now. Like we've been over, like that has to say for kids or not for kids, right? There should be an option that says, is this for kids? Is this not for kids? Or is this a general audience video? All right? And what happens when you get marked for kids too? Like the other things we went over already, no notifications, no recommendations, no comments, and also little to no ads. Little to no ads. You will not get paid. You'll get paid, but you won't get paid much. You might get paid enough to buy a couple cookies, buy a little bit of food, but you're not going to make a living on YouTube anymore. We'll see where this is going to go. I want to let you guys know personally because I'm in big trouble here. I need to figure out what's going to happen because I'm nervous. I need to get as much videos up before the end of the year because this is the highest rate for revenue time period, the final quarter before the end of the year. When we move into the next year, 2020, let's just take it back to 2019 when we move, or when we move into a new year anytime on YouTube and you get paid, your ad revenue gets cut in half. That's just the way it goes. And then it'll gradually move back up and then by the end of the year, you'll be making your money and then you take advantage at the end of the year. But with this, not only do we have to worry about the loss of ad revenue from just in general on YouTube, but now we have to worry about this. And not only that, we have to worry about getting fined for our videos, $42,000 per video. That is enough to do. 3 videos get marked, that's a house. Shoot, 2 videos, that's a house. In some places. So what are we going to do? Bring awareness. This isn't the best video. I'm just sitting here talking into the phone. And that is what I'm working with. One phone. And I had to go through and mark all my videos like as such. How is this actually happening? There needs to be some more underlying definitions as to what can be okay for a general audience, not just is it for children or is it for adults? And if you mark it for adults because you think it's for adults because you're looking at your statistics, your comment section is mostly adults, guess what? If they deem it for children, they're going to come through, mark it, you're done. If you're a big channel, a massive channel, which they're not going to be watching me, but let's just talk about them, and they get marked for a couple videos, they can pay those. Obviously, they've got a lot of money. But for the average YouTuber, Pokemon Go YouTuber, I'm going to just say any Pokemon Go YouTuber, there's none of you out there who are big enough to pay 2 fines and walk it off like it's nothing. I don't care who you are, all right? Unless you have some connections with rich people that are going to help you pay your fines, which is very possible, but you know, that's anyways, that you're still in trouble, right? So basically, YouTube is going down the drain. Let's just hope and cross our fingers that this has some sort of hope down the line. Maybe they can give us another option here because this is very black and white and very nerve-wracking as of now. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, okay, I have a small channel, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers. I'm okay. I'll mark my videos as for adults. And because it is, say you're a PvPer, somebody who goes over those numbers. Do you have Pokemon on your thumbnails? Do you have Pokemon in your videos? That's kids content, unfortunately, as of now. That's what it seems. So you are not exempt. You are not exempt. So what you can do is bring awareness. I will put the links in the description for you to go check out all the information and everything you need to know, because I didn't break it down the best that I should have. I just wanted to give you my hot take on this situation, because it's not something I can simply ignore. The ad apocalypse was a joke compared to this. I wish we were going through another ad apocalypse. Okay? Compared to this. This is literally, it doesn't make, it's so absurd. It seems like literally when I figured this out yesterday, went to sleep after obsessively digging in, finding as much information as I could possibly muster up about this whole situation. Woke up and I thought I had a nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare. It's real, folks. It's real. Now what? Okay. And check this out. Before we end this video here, I downloaded the YouTube Kids app just to see what, if I was going to pop up. I had to know exactly. I was like, am I marked for kids? And apparently YouTube is going around and marking specific videos and channels that are for kids. None of my videos, I don't think, have been marked for kids, but that doesn't mean I'm safe. That doesn't mean anything. The FTC is going to go through and do a sweep, and I'm going to put at the end of this video a quote from this guy. Well, I'm just a clip it of him talking, and my gosh, he just sounds so thirsty to destroy YouTube. It's insane, and I don't know what to make of it. He literally says it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And he says it with such gratification. I have no idea. It's weird. So I woke up yesterday. I thought it was a nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare. It's an actual living thing that's happening. I frantically went back on. I realized, I was like, did I have a bad dream? No. This isn't a dream. This is reality. So, yeah, and everybody is in the same boat here. So say you don't make a living on YouTube and you just do this for fun. That is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I mean, what you can do is basically go and mark your videos for kids. I don't want to give out advice at this point. I'm not in any position to. Personally, what am I going to do? I mark my kids for videos. I haven't yet. What I'm going to do is wait to see what happens towards the end. I'm not going to wait 2 days before the end of the year. I'm going to wait until around December 10th, until we're going to see a lot of this finalization happening for this. And then I will make my decisions as to what I'm going to do. I have money saved up, so I will be able to survive past December or past January, February, into March. And I'll be able to get a job or whatever. I should be able to get some sort of job as some sort of graphic designer or something like that. Ha! Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, but if you're not making money on YouTube, what do you just mark your videos as such? I suppose whatever you have to do. Let's just hypothetically say this without giving out any advice. Say you mark them as for kids, right? You're a smaller channel. You don't really care about making your ad revenue. You have an actual job. Even though YouTube is an actual job, but you say you have a job outside of YouTube, right? And you have income. Basically, you're just going to kill your channel. I mean, it sucks, but at least you have some sustainability outside of YouTube. Unlike a lot of us who are making our living off of it and have worked so hard to build and make what we have. This is my plaque. It's not going to be much soon. I guess it might be to an employer. Oh, you did that accomplishment. Cool. But for the most part, this is a bad situation, folks. Not trying to fearmonger, but as it currently stands with the vagueness and wording that they are using, we're not looking too great. So I like to end this by saying this isn't sort of any legal advice. I'm not advising you to do any specific actions. I'm just giving you my takes on this because I don't want to be responsible for anything that you do going forward from this position. Okay. Anyways, I will be making Pokemon Go content until the end of the year. Will I keep continuing to make it afterwards? We will see. There are many things that I've been looking into, and I will bring you an updated video regarding this. I looked into Pokemon Go. Is it specifically for kids? It is for everybody, but it gives out your specific location, and it has other things within it that are not specifically for children. Let's be realistic. Are kids playing Pokemon Go nowadays? It was a hype thing. It's not a hype thing anymore. We all know that it's mostly for adults, and the kids that are playing are being drugged along with their parents and pushed with an iPad into their face so they can continue, the adults can continue to play while the kids are there playing with them. We know the drill. Let's be realistic. I've known this for a long time, but for the most part, this is an adult game. It takes a lot of money to play this game, all right? If you're a free-to-play player, okay, yeah, sure. But what I'm generally speaking about is raid hours. Going out here and just continuously, having to spin stops. It requires you to be in the real world. This isn't necessarily kids. It is Pokemon that is kind of targeted towards a younger audience, but that's a nostalgia factor. So I'm going to have to siphon through all this stuff and figure out exactly what we're going to do here. As far as the other Pokemon Go YouTubers, I like to hear what you guys have to say. Bring awareness, make a video, talk about it, because this needs to be heard by everybody. I'm surprised and shocked that I wasn't informed about this sooner. I'm lucky that I came across this yesterday. I had no idea. And now I'm obsessively searching and looking for more information regarding this information. Anyways, this video is really long. I look stressed, don't I? I can't even think about it. Pokemon Go news. We have a new rocket a box. Yeah, it comes with potions of revives and a couple of things to search for the rocket bosses, all right? See, I'm like I don't even know. I'm demotivated. I'm not really demotivated. I'm just nervous, and I don't know exactly how to go about this. And I want to show you guys exactly what is going on and talk about it. Didn't really show you much, but we talked about it anyways. So that's the situation on this whole Child Protection Act. It's absolutely nuts. Literally, bright colors. Those specific words, dude, cool. Now, we can make this video 40 minutes, but let's not do that. We'll just end it here. Just talking here in my living room. I'm going to go out and play Pokemon and try to feel like I want to play and try to feel like I want to continue on here. But with such a weight on your shoulders, how can you even continue? I'm a fighter for sure, but with the vagueness used, it's very nerve-wracking what we're specifically supposed to do here. Drop YouTube, start looking for a real job right now. I keep saying real job as if YouTube is not a real job. Obviously, it's been a very, very sustainable real job for me for the past 3 years. I should say, should I go out and find another job? Anyways, thank you for watching, people. Should I use... I was talking to a few of my friends of mine, and man, we were you can't help but try to find some sort of humor within it because it's so traumatic, so traumatizing. Enter each video saying, "Welcome back, you little," you fill in the blank. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
YouTube is going to be explicitly held liable for complying with COPPA where it has actual knowledge of the content. YouTube is going to be required to seek out that actual knowledge through requiring content creators and channel owners to specifically designate whether they are directed to children. And as the chairman noted, not only can we sue Google and YouTube for compliance with COPPA, but also individual channel owners and content creators. And once this order has been fully implemented, we intend to conduct a sweep of the YouTube platform to determine whether there remains child-directed content on the platform with respect to which personally identifiable information continues to be collected. So, questions? Yes, Margaret. Oh, microphone.
Oh, thank you. Margaret McGill with Politico. Can you say what prompted this investigation?
Our investigation was prompted by complaints from consumer groups. No, Manisha? Oh, so we had started the investigation prior to that, and we also received complaints. Yes, question.
Hi, Ryan Tracy with the Wall Street Journal. This is another 3-2 vote following the 3-2 vote on Facebook. What, in your view, is the impact of having a partisan divide on a couple of these large settlements going forward?
So I hope that business does not doubt our resolve, that this is an historic penalty. Yes, there's a question right in front here.
Thank you, Dave Pereira from MLEX. You've referred multiple times to the sweep that the FTC will conduct on YouTube channels, and it's an important part of the enforcement of this order. Yet there are 23 million channels that upload a combined 500 hours of video every minute. So, given that amount of content, what kind of meaningful sweep can you conduct?
Well, I think that we have a variety of tools at our disposal to cull through those 23 million channels and in an expeditious way. I mean, this is the way that we generally enforce COPPA, is by actually reviewing content to determine if it's directed to children. We have a variety of factors in our rule that we consider when determining whether or not content is directed to children.
Raquel Martin with Nexstar Media Group. Just concerned about the data that was collected, because obviously they're being fined for collecting some sort of data. What happens to that? Is it anything retroactively going to happen to destroy or remove that content from their possession?
Right. The second response to that is that there will be consequences for content creators who misdesignate, including being kicked off the YouTube platform. So if content creators are not sincere or forthcoming with YouTube and designating content as being directed to children, there will be consequences for them. We also think that YouTube has strong incentives to police its platform, both to avoid future enforcement actions by the FTC, but also because it's offering this platform to content creators. And if the FTC is bringing independent piecemeal actions against content creators for violating COPPA, that may discourage content creators from posting content on YouTube. So the analogy that I think of, imperfect, is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find. The expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find. The expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find.
Execute Order 66.